Hello. This is Antje from Byte Shuffle. Thank you for always watching our videos. This time, I've put together a guide on how to navigate in sideboard against RUG Delver when using the Painter archetype. This guide focuses on how to approach sideboarding when the opponent's list differs from the one you've anticipated. The highlight of this match is when I initially bluff the Painter combo, but then pivot to the Storm plan for the win. Here is the deck list we will be using this time. Since I can start with an island and use draw sources to smooth out my hand, I'll keep this hand. I'll search for a land. I stacked Duress, and Swamp in that order, then drew a card. I'll use Hand Disruption to scout ahead. I'll use Hand Disruption to scout ahead. I took out Force of Will. I'll search for Mana Acceleration. I stacked Ad Nauseam first, followed by Beseech the Mirror. I'll play Wishclaw Talisman preemptively. I'll search for Mana Acceleration. I stacked Ad Nauseam first, followed by Past in Flames. The Surveil effect sends the card to the graveyard. I'll use Wishclaw Talisman to search for Dark Ritual. I'll search for more Mana Acceleration. I stacked Thoughtseize, Infernal Tutor, and Dark Ritual in that order, then drew a card. I'm going all in. From here, I'll generate additional mana needed for the combo. I'll go for the combo route through the graveyard. I'll accelerate my mana while also building up Storm. Before sideboarding, I'd like to review the list we used. First, the conclusion. I will explain it step by step. Since I believe this is a typical RUG Delver deck, I sideboard like this for Game 2. However, as you can see in the video, it's the version running Delver of Secrets and Tarmogoyf. I'm not sure if it also includes Nimble Mongoose, but it's running Stifle, suggesting it's closer to an older list focused on mana denial strategies. Stifle can counter Grindstone's activated ability, so it's difficult to catch the opponent off guard. Since there isn't much benefit to using the Painter package, if there were a Game 3, I would have made the following adjustments. The sideboarding plan for a typical RUG Delver is almost identical to what I explained in the UR Delver video published earlier, so please check that for reference. This time, I'll focus on how to adjust and respond when the opponent's list deviates from the expected build. First, the conclusion. I will explain it step by step. Here are the cards from RUG Delver that are relevant to ANT. Since the opponent's build is focused on Stifle, it's possible that Consign to Memory isn't in their deck or is included in very small numbers. Next, there are graveyard hate cards like Grafdigger's Cage and Ghost Vacuum. Against cards like Null Rod and Counterbalance, I'll include Abrupt Decay. For answers to permanents, it's best to secure around 3 slots, including the Boseiju, who endures already in the main deck. Next, regarding Stifle and Daze. The opponent uses Stifle and Wasteland to disrupt my mana base. By combining that with Daze, they can make Daze function as a pseudo-force of will. If Daze is used effectively, it becomes much harder to secure a win, so I'll counter this by ensuring my mana base is stable and well developed. Therefore, I'll include Forest and Carpet of Flowers. In exchange, I'll remove the less mana-efficient Lotus Petal and Chrome Mox. Next, let's talk about Ad Nauseam. The opponent plays threats like Delver of Secrets and Tarmogoyf, and uses spells like Lightning Bolt to quickly chip away at my life total. Since Ad Nauseam often becomes difficult to utilize effectively in this matchup, I'll side it out. Since I can start with an island and use draw sources to smooth out my hand, I'll keep this hand. I'll search for combo pieces. I couldn't find what I needed, so I'll shuffle my library. Since my opponent is casting Brainstorm during their main phase, it gives the impression that they might be struggling with mana. It looks like I need to speed up the game. I'll search for combo pieces. I stacked Bayou first, followed by Cabal Ritual. I played Lotus Petal preemptively to play around Daze. I'll use Hand Disruption to scout ahead. I took out Stifle. I'll search for Grindstone. I stacked Misty Rainforest first, followed by Polluted Delta. I'll play Painter's Servant preemptively. I chose black as the color. I'll remove Null Rod and switch to the Storm plan. I'll search for Mana Acceleration. I stacked Duress, Past in Flames, and Lion's Eye Diamond in that order, then drew a card. I'm going all in. From here, I'll generate additional mana needed for the combo. I'll go for the combo route through the graveyard. I'll accelerate my mana while also building up Storm. I'll play around Stifle. With enough Storm built up, I'll cast Tendrils of Agony. Lastly, I have an announcement. I'm posting the concepts behind the images used in my videos, as well as small flavor-inspired stories, in the YouTube community section. Additionally, I'm selling merch for the channel through the link in the description. If you're interested, be sure to check it out. Thank you for watching up to this point. I apologize for the many play mistakes. I hope to improve at MTG together with everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a thumbs up. See you next time. This is Antya.